You know how when you buy something on the internet, you don't necessarily know what it's gonna look like until it shows up at your door? Well, look at this. This thing's huge. I did not expect it to be this big. I was on Discount Tackle. I'm like, I'm gonna buy some pike fishing gear. I saw this spinnerbait and I'm like, I gotta have it. And then it showed up and I'm like, this is awesome. It's huge. I gotta throw this thing. So that's what we're doing today. We are chasing pike. I'm gonna throw this. I'm gonna throw some other lures, but ultimately the goal is to catch some toothy critters. Let's go. Okay, let's rig this puppy up. I'm literally gonna need to throw it on my swim bait rod. I like never throw my swim bait rod, so this is good. It gives me an excuse to use it. This is an 8-foot, like heavy rod. Look at that thing. It's literally like the size of my head. Underneath all this fur, there's a massive hook. And then underneath the rest of the fur, there's another massive hook. My gosh, that thing's massive. It looks awesome in the water though. I've also got a big whopper plopper tied on, and then that spinnerbait that I used in my last pike fishing video. Oh, nope. That would be a tree. Good hook set, straight into a stump. Excellent job. You know, whether or not I catch a fish on this thing, it's okay. I'm just glad I got it because it looks sweet, and I'm gonna keep throwing it until I eventually do catch a fish. Give me a big fish and free my soul. I wanna get lost in your rock and roll and drift away, yeah. I'm gonna put it up for now, but that's just it, just for now. I will pick it back up later. Throwing this bad boy again. I actually went ahead and added a trailer hook to it because last time I missed a bunch of fish, including a giant smallmouth. The other thing is, after using a giant swim bait rod with a 2-ounce spinnerbait, this thing feels like a feather. I like honestly feel like when I cast it, I'm just gonna throw it. It's crazy. No toothy critters yet, Tyler. I'm excited. We're finally fishing together. I haven't fished with Tyler in a while. Quick little update. I just pedaled all the way back up to Tyler, and I gotta be honest, I'm a little winded right now because with the wind and the current, that was a leg workout. I'm just gonna stick to the small spinnerbait for now just to keep trying to get some fish under the belt just so I can get a little juju rolling, and then I'll switch back to that big spinnerbait once I build up some of those confidence juices. I hope that makes sense. I gotta show the folks on the internet your mustache. Beautiful. But look at us, we're a couple of professionals. Tyler's got a Ned rig snag and I've got a spinnerbait snag. You got a little dinky? All right. Tyler's on the board. I don't wanna wait for our lives to be over to catch a northern pike. I feel like this is just not where we need to be. We're basically just on a wide straightaway. And you know, this is just not necessarily ideal. There's really not a whole lot of depth changes. It's just very basic. It's like largemouth might live in this wood, bluegill are gonna live on the banks. I don't think I'm gonna find a ton of pike in here. So we've tried 2 of 3 rods. I might as well make it 3 of 3 rods. I'm gonna go ahead and try a topwater. Okay, so I have this big whopper plopper rigged up. I have no idea. With these bluebird skies, I don't know if they're gonna be able to come up during the middle of the day or not, but it's worth a shot. The way I see it, this could technically catch bass, but because it's that larger size, I'm hoping that it's more of a pike lure. We just made a long pedal slash paddle up here, and we found deeper water, lots of trees. We're coming up on the island that I peed on at one point, and I named it Dink Island. Not that that's relevant, but I'm gonna tell you nonetheless. Oh, there he is. Largemouth. Okay, well, we're on the board. My gosh, it's a dinky bass. All right, big whopper plopper catches little dinky bass. I'll take it. I will take it. I'm on the daggum board. Whew, it took me long enough, but I caught a fish. There's nice deep water, lots of wood, not too much current. It's blocked by this island and all these trees. It just feels like a great spot to catch some toothy critters. All right. Oh. Come back, you butthead. Oh my Lord, I didn't see it. It's every time that you get a bite on these dang topwaters, it's right when you look away. I don't know what it was. It might have been a smallie, might have been a largie, might have been a pike, might have been a muskie. No way of knowing. Might have been a bluegill for all I know. Oh my gosh, I'm exhausted out here. I got to do another quick little update because the fishing is garbage. I mean, Tyler's not catching fish. I'm not catching fish. He's really focused in on bass and I'm focused in on pike, and it's just not going our way right now. That being said, the only thing we can do right now is just keep the bug in the water, stay positive, and trust the process. Okay, I'm gonna grab my pike box. I'm gonna look and see what we got inside, and let's figure out what we want to do next. I'm gonna swap this topwater out for this whopper plopper instead. This will probably open up the door for a couple more bass, and then I still think pike will eat it. I just don't feel super confident in this big topwater. I want to throw that big spinnerbait again, but right now I'm just feeling extremely frustrated by the fact that we don't have any numbers at all. We're not getting bites at all. So I just kind of feel silly throwing something that is really just such a large bait. Let's see what you got, Mr. Wappa Ploppa 90. There, I got him. All right, okay. Largemouth, I'll take it. I'll take it. At this point, man, I'll take anything. And on topwater, can't complain at all. It's a little football. He's just a little fatty, isn't he? Not a very big fish, but he's fat. Okay, it's that time of year. They should start feeding aggressively. So the fact that he's that fat, maybe that's why we can't catch him. Maybe they're all just crazy gorged up. Maybe they've just been feeding the last couple days like crazy. Oh my gosh, I'm getting exhausted out here. You know, this is just a part of learning a new species. You gotta put in work. Today has been a bad day, but you learn from these bad days. Okay, I mean, at this point, nothing's working, so I might as well just throw this massive spinnerbait. I think one thing that I'm trying to do right now is just focusing in on what last fall was like when I was trying to learn how to catch trout. There was a lot of trips like this, just not a whole lot of action, really just tough fishing. And that was just because I didn't know what I was doing yet, and I didn't know how to locate the fish. And that's the exact same situation I'm in right now when it comes to pike. I gotta be patient. I gotta stick with it, and I gotta learn. And that's just how it goes. Okay, I just loaded up the kayak, as you can see behind me, and honestly, I just wanted to take a couple minutes to say, yes, today kind of stunk, but I'm still glad I came out because it's still a part of the learning process with regards to pike. One of these days, I'm gonna be smashing pike left and right, but it's just gonna take time to do so. I feel like this is a really valuable lesson for people that are trying to learn new species. Don't get discouraged, just enjoy the process, enjoy those tough days, because I guarantee you this, the day that I go out there and just absolutely put a hurtin' on pike, I'm gonna remember this day and it's gonna feel that much better. Regardless, I didn't really want to post today's video, but I know that it's part of the process and I feel like I want to be real as someone that makes fishing videos. I feel like it's super easy with social media these days to be fake, to put out only the good but not necessarily the bad. Well, today I'm putting out the bad because quite honestly, it's reality. Anyways, have a great day. Thank you so very much for watching. We'll catch you next time.